What's up, guys? Welcome to NorCal Steel Buildings. We offer a wide range of metal building products, whether it be a simple 10 by 7 or a little small wood shed, horse barn, 300 by 600 industrial complex, custom steel home, or just a badass personal shop to protect and work on your expensive toys. My name is Jake, owner and operator of NorCal Steel Buildings. I want to cover a few important things I personally feel obligated to share with anyone that has aspirations or plans to have their own metal building. But first, please allow me to give you a brief summary of my experience and journey in the metal building industry. When I was 17, I was walking down one of the main streets in my hometown of Willows, California. An acquaintance of mine was doing a remodel on a fast food restaurant downtown. And I was walking by and he basically said, "What's up?" and asked if I want to do some work in the Bay Area for $10 an hour. So I said, "Hell yeah, let's go." So meals, hotels were paid. Long story short, we went out there, did some renovation on an old metal building, mainly just residing all the walls and insulating them. I enjoyed the work and ended up linking up with the business owner's brother that was based out of Chico, California. Worked for that company and quickly became lead to right-hand man and then the foreman, running my own projects within a few years. After about 5 years, I ended up joining the union. For I think it was about a year I was in the union, then returned back to the company in Chico. Another 3 years goes by and I decided I wanted to focus on music. Yeah, I know. What was I thinking? I just kind of thought that's what I wanted to do. Anyway, after a couple of months, I realized I did love the work, but knew I couldn't control my schedule. I couldn't do music. So I worked on getting my contractor license at the start of 2011, and then on June 22nd, I received my contractor license number. Being in the industry for 23 years now has been very challenging and very rewarding. One of the biggest rewards I can say is being able to lay claim to the buildings I've been involved with and built. And I know a lot of you can relate. You have your own job, your own projects, maybe you build for an occupation, but there's just that feeling you get after you complete a job. It's super cool. There's always changes in life, new forces to navigate through, adapt to, and evolve with. All that said, I want to share with you some things that are developing in the metal building world as of recently regarding cold form buildings. If you've looked through our website, you've quickly noticed that we don't sell just one type of building. We sell three main types: red iron, cold form, and carport or square tube. And I've always said that they all have their place. My obligation and job is to present the best option to our customer. I've found that the cold form buildings seem to be the better fit for most of our customers' applications, mainly because they offer more option at a great price and faster processing than red irons. I also say that cold form and red iron buildings are like cousins. They feature much of the same design concepts and components. Just to be clear, I come from the red iron and structural steel world, so I am always reluctant to selling carports. When COVID came and the prices went crazy on red iron and cold formed, I wanted to offer our customers another solution. So I adopted the carport buildings into our product line. Now let's talk about recent developments in the metal building industry that happened about mid last year, 2023. And this is pertaining to specifically cold form buildings. And before I go any further, I want to make something clear. This video is solely meant to present what I've learned and observations that I can share from my experiences, and are in no way, shape, or form meant to throw shade on any other companies. I think any of you that are watching this that have experience looking into getting a metal building will know it is what it is, and it's a marketplace. Plain and simple. There are metal building dealers all over the damn place. It's no secret. Some are small and privately owned. Some are big corporations that throw loads of money into SEO marketing and campaigns, etc. At the end of the day, we are all selling you our brand and our service. The metal buildings are the same. It's steel, it's fire resistant, strong, and can offer fast, economical, eco-friendly solutions to your prospective building concept. USA dealers have vendors. or manufacturers that we commit our brand to selling their products to our customer, you. Some of these vendors have been extremely loyal and won't allow other dealers in their territory. Some vendors will add accounts more loosely but still keep some loyalty with their dealer's territory. And some, well, they just open up and let anyone in who pays. That's what I call completely selling out, and unfortunately, that is on the cold form side of the aisle as of late. Even though it can be frustrating for some dealers like me, I understand. It's all business at the end of the day, and I don't know the numbers that these decisions are based off of, but sure, there's some reason for these sort of changes. The more the merrier, so to speak, I guess. Now let me express what I think the drawback can be for these vendors that are open and willing to take on more accounts to these new dealers, and how this will directly affect the customer that are footing the bill. In my opinion, the main reason is inexperience. This leads to a system overload in orders and installation confusion. The vendor will be called by customers and dealers without really knowing how to help, because they just produce the product and don't install it. It takes a long time to develop the right procedures, skills, and methods to safely and effectively install a cold form building. Cold formed is more of a post frame concept. It has real craftsmanship involved for detailing the framing. That will directly impact the outcome of how the exterior sheeting and how the trim looks. The red iron buildings are more of a monkey job when it comes to framing, kind of like structural steel. Line up the holes and put bolts in, plumb, and lock it in. Again, cold form offers more of a craftsman approach and cleaner look to the framing detail that customers really appreciate. My main concern is for the customers, you. You might potentially be lured into the marketing, the pricing, and submit the deposit. Don't do it, guys. It's so much money. Only do it unless you are certain that the brand or the dealer you go with is checking all the right boxes for you. I've already caught wind of some of these new dealers that are selling cold form buildings and leaving their customers out to dry after they sold the building. Some cases don't even get the building. This is extremely rare, but still, just Google the hell out of anyone involved with the company if you can. Just do your due diligence, ask questions. Who's the owner? Look them up and see if there's anything revealing online, good or bad. I've personally found out some interesting facts, some close affiliates by doing some research. It's just doing your due diligence, and at the end of the day, you are responsible for where your money goes. Look, guys, you're gonna see more and more of these cold form dealers popping up. At the end of the day, just know that's the same product. What you are really buying is the service through which that product is being sold through. So recently, I took down most of my how-to videos on YouTube. I did this because I feel like it's just another way for these other companies to gain leverage on the body of work I've created for over 2 decades. The intention of the videos was to encourage the do-it-yourself customers and some of the installation contractors just to reference. Good news is it's still available. It's just going to be exclusive to the customers that choose NorCal Steel Buildings to commit our services to. And just so you all know, I do have a separate erecting company that is licensed, and I will be ramping up operations to help supplement the customers that do need installers. I've seen this need more recently, that a lot of our customers need installers. And given the current situation with these groups, just kind of taking a stab at it popping up at the cold form world, I think it's only fair to our customers and myself to make it that much harder for them to figure it out. It's all business, right? I don't know. We'll just let them figure it out. One more story why I started NorCal Steel Buildings website. And also a message I'd like to make sure you all seriously consider when choosing a metal building service provider. Even though I sold buildings and erected them, I didn't have a website. It was just Facebook and word of mouth. Maybe 3 or 4 buildings a year we would install for a customer that bought from outside the state. You know, they're everywhere. One in particular was in Nevada County, a super nice family that really needed an installer. I was reluctant because it wasn't our building that we sell, but I let them send me the information, and wow, that building price was almost double from the same building I could have got them, apples to apples. And this really made me feel obligated to get a website or something up and going so I can try and have a bigger reach so these people aren't getting directed by these marketing tactics. So since then, I developed a basic but nice website that allows the customers to design their own building and also showcases some of the projects that we've done in the past too, and current. And we've had great feedback from it, and unfortunately still see some instances of people slipping through the cracks and subjected to these online companies that sell the product. Here's my message to you, ladies and gents. Whoever you choose to service you, make sure you do a lot of research. There's a lot of great companies out there that have been doing it a long time and do have staff that have erected these buildings that help you in the process. If you feel like you've been pressured to submit a deposit, take a step back and consider more quotes from different companies. Ask yourself, what kind of service do you want? Does this company do it for me? Mainly if a company is offering you an installer or an installed price on cold form buildings, you need to make sure that whoever is coming onto your property to install, this is a huge investment that you've committed to, is able to endorse you on, and remember when I say this, endorse you on their general liability insurance and work comp insurance. Oh, and of course, hold a current California contractor license number in the correct class. I have a C51 structural steel. That's the correct class for metal building installation, but they need to at least have a general B class. There are ways for contractors without a C51 or general B to get around it, but just be careful and you'll probably be okay. The main thing is that general liability and work comp insurance. You know, I really appreciate your guys' time. You know, if you did stomach this whole video, it's really just to help you guys out. I want to make sure that, you know, these things that pop up, you're going to be seeing more and more of. You're just aware, you have options. It's not just NorCal Steel Buildings. It's really important for me to know that, like, everybody that's going to be building a steel building and spend tens of thousands of dollars on the project, you're just aware, you know, you have a little more knowledge of what's going on. You know, you can always go to norcalsteelbuildings.com. We have a Facebook page, TikTok, YouTube. The Facebook page and TikTok and Instagram, they have a link tree on them. You get in there. I'm going to keep adding resources. We will be coming out with some cool features to the website. It's just we're real meticulous how that's going to be formulated and operate. So it might take a little while, but we are on it currently right now, and I'm excited about that. I just want to reassure you guys, you're in good hands if you have this sort of knowledge, and I'll do my best. If you reach out, you can go to quotes@ncsbsales.com. I'll do my best to you know, answer any questions. If you're watching this on TikTok or YouTube, leave some comments down below. I'll try to answer them there too. Anything that I can do to help. I'm running around constantly. Got a million and one things I'm doing. Too many irons in the fire, I guess. But just know that you guys have to understand some of this stuff. The main thing, I think, is, just to recap, is we are all service providers, and you're going to choose the service, and they're all the same building. If it's a cold form, it's definitely the same. Carports, you guys, if you guys know anything, you know, the tube steel, we sell those too. Those are all the same. Red irons, there's a bunch of different manufacturers. You can get some, we say red iron, but you can get, there's Blue Scope, there's Cornerstone brand, which is one I sell, CBC, which is a new core, I sell that also. We have about 4 or 5 different vendors that we mess with, you know, and most of them have been very loyal, and we appreciate doing business with them. They take care of us on a time frame that's super clutch, and I'm not trying to bash the cold form situation right now. I think they're gonna learn their lesson eventually, or they're gonna prosper for a minute, and everything's gonna be fine and dandy. So, but I've already seen the writing on the wall, and I think, you know, you guys are gonna be subject to some of this stuff if you're just Google searching online. Anytime you search, steel buildings in Northern California, you'll see NorCal steel buildings pop up. Anyway, you guys have a great day. It's a beautiful day out today. Late winter months. I guess we're 2/3 through the winter, getting ready for spring. Everybody's going to get to building, and if you guys want, yeah, visit the website. There's an online builder tool that's sweet. You guys have in the past have sent in some great designs, and we're always excited to see them and get you some pricing. We're always subject to price increases, so just you got to kind of bear with that, but it's been pretty stable. So anyway, NorCal out. Have a great day, great week, great weekend, wherever you're at in the week watching this. I appreciate your time.